Hello, my name is Matt Oliver and I'm the Deputy Registrar and Chief Regulatory Officer at APEGA. I'm here to talk with you about the upcoming vote starting November 3rd, 2020 regarding an extension of the expiry date of the General Regulation, which is currently set to expire September 30th, 2021. APEGA was established 100 years ago when the Government of Alberta granted the privilege of self-regulation in the public interest, first to engineers and later to geoscientists. This grant of authority is given through the Engineering and Geoscience Professions Act, or EGP Act for short, the General Regulation, and the bylaws. Together, these publications form the regulatory framework that enables the ongoing self-regulation of the practices of engineering and geoscience. For more than 100 years, APEGA licensed professionals have done great work in our province to the benefit of all Albertans. APEGA licensed professionals have worked hard to obtain the education and experience necessary to become licensed and rightfully take pride in providing competent and ethical professional services for the benefit of the public. We have been working very hard to have the modernization of the EGP Act passed in our centennial year. However, the pandemic has shifted the timeline. While we work towards the proclamation of a modernized EGP Act, another important piece of legislation, the General Regulation, is set to expire in September 2021. The General Regulation establishes registration criteria to ensure only properly qualified, educated, and ethical engineers and geoscientists are licensed to practice. Individuals who do not meet these stringent requirements are not entitled to become, practice, or to call themselves professional engineers, professional geoscientists, or professional licensees. This is one of APEGA's core regulatory functions, to license individuals to independently practice engineering and geoscience in Alberta. The General Regulation also includes the Code of Ethics and the continuing professional development requirements to ensure up-to-date competency. An expired General Regulation would leave the professions without vital registration requirements and regulations to effectively govern the practices of engineering and geoscience in Alberta. To enable the ongoing self-regulation of the engineering and geoscience professions in the public interest, an amendment to the expiry date of the existing General Regulation is necessary. From November 3rd to 10th, APEGA licensed professionals are asked to vote electronically to approve in principle an amendment to the General Regulation, Section 79.1, to extend the expiry date of the General Regulation by 5 years to September 30th, 2026. The length of this extension will allow sufficient time for the government to proclaim the new EGP Act and General Regulation, while avoiding the risk of needing a second extension. If the new EGP Act and General Regulation come into force prior to September 30th, 2026, they will replace the existing General Regulation at that time. On behalf of APEGA, I would like to thank all our members for continuing to help keep Albertans safe by voting on this important matter. Learn more about the General Regulation vote and what it means to APEGA licensed professionals by visiting our website. Thanks for watching.